Hi,
I'm Jasmine,
and I'm Andrea.
and we're Natural Ewe.
Yarns.
This is our Summer of Socks.
And we're very happy to be here at the start of our third week. There have been lots of wonderful posts on...
I love seeing all of the finished objects.
And the color combos. Yeah.
So remember to tag us when you post to your social media, and feel free to share all of those in the Facebook group, Year of Adventurous Knitting. But today we're going to be talking about casting on and binding off, and our favorite method is to do so.
Because everybody's getting close to binding off the first one and starting the second one.
Yeah, there's a bit of an overlap. It's okay if you're on the slower end of things. I am too.
I think some people are on their second pair.
Yeah, and Andrea's the faster knitter, so she'll try and keep up with you guys. But you can work steady and slow with me if you're a little bit more like a turtle.
Okay, so why don't you talk about that cast off?
We're starting with cast off?
Sure.
Sure. Okay, so I finished sometime last week. I finished both of my pairs of the fondant socks. I'll turn it right way around. This is a faded sock, toe up, with a beautiful mock cable panels on either side of the insole and a fleegle heel, and then a mock cable panel that runs, you can't quite see it like that, but it runs along the back of your leg, center back of the leg. So there were a little bit of hiccups with the fleegle heel because the pattern was just erroneous, and I contacted the designer, and since then I know that she's put out an errata. But that's okay.
That's really good.
Yeah, we all got through that together, and what I want to talk about was the bind off. It said just to do a loose bind off, and normally to achieve that I just go up a needle size or two, depending on how small my needle is. And I'm just sort of loosey-goosey about my bind off. But this one, because I did two at a time, toe up, I wanted to make sure that they were extra stretchy. So there's a number of ways to do that, but my favorite method is Jenny's surprisingly stretchy bind off, and it just involves...
Can I see?
It interrupted me.
That is stretchy.
Yeah, well, they were originally intended for you. I don't know if she really likes her socks long in the leg, so I'm not sure if they're quite the right length for you, but I was tired of knitting. So here we are. Jenny's extra stretchy bind off means that you do a yarn over in between the stitches that you are going to bind off, and then you slip both of those loops over the stitch you've just worked, and you continue on that method all the way around. Whether you're knitting into a purl or a knit stitch means that the way you do your yarn over is going to be either reversed, so the yarn the wrong way around the needle for a yarn over with a knit stitch,
From back to front.
Back to front, or front to back if you're doing a purl stitch. And there are other methods, but I prefer this one. Another one that comes to mind is Linda's twisted bind off, I think it's called.
I like that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why don't you describe that one?
Well, I haven't done it in a while because I stopped knitting toe up socks. But
what a shame.
What it is, and I'm just going by memory, so it's probably best to check a video. But
I checked the video, so I can correct you.
Okay, so you bind off in pattern, which means you do your knits and purls for the rib.
Isn't that every bind off? That's what I did with this one.
Yes, okay.
Sorry, I didn't know.
It was a prelude to entering the next part of what I was explaining.
Enter the next part, yeah. So what were you saying?
If you've just knit a stitch and you're going to knit the next one so you can take this one off, you twist your needle, basically you twist the stitch clockwise, knit the next stitch, and then bind off. The next one's, if that one was a purl, then you would go counterclockwise with it, do the next stitch, and bind off.
You're correct.
And I'm not sure which one is supposed to be the clockwise and which one...
That's why I said you're correct.
Oh.
Purl stitch is counterclockwise, knit stitch is clockwise.
Yes, and that gives it that extra little bit to make it looser.
And if you're the kind of person who needs a demonstration to follow along, I will be linking both of those videos in the show notes below. So
excellent.
Check it out.
Okay, so are we gonna...
We're talking about casting on now, because I'm about to start my second pair of socks. You're well into your second pair. Well, the first one you finished, which we posted about, was the shorty basic B.
I cheated though. I did them before the knit along started
That's okay.
because I wanted to show you.
And I have it upside down. I'm about to start the Palm Squad sneaker sock. And
Are they the ones with the arch support?
they have arch support, which is amazing, and I'm excited to learn that technique. And they also have a pom-pom on the back ribbing, the back
How
heel,
retro.
which is so fun. And there is the last page of the pattern calls for the faded palm. So I'm going to do that using 2 colors. They use 3 in their photo in their demonstration, but I'm going to use 2. These are from the Advent calendar. This one was called Jake's Dinner, and this was Nova Scotia
Nova Raspberry.
Nova Raspberry. Yeah, and there was another one named after cranberries because there are cranberry marshes here, but this was the raspberry.
That's really fortunate for us, isn't it? Because we live near cranberry marshes in Muskoka.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And blueberries are big here too, so we've got lots of good stuff. But these,
Blueberry.
I love the way the colors work together.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's so warm and rich, and all natural dyes, which is surprising, but I love it. And because it says that you can use magic loop, double points, or 9-inch circulars, I am going with my favorite, the 9-inch circulars. Take them out of the packaging.
It's like knitting with toothpicks. I
adore it. So
Jasmine loves it. I'm like,
I don't know. They're so small because they're a US 1 or a 2.25 millimeter. Yeah. Let's see. They are
Put them
very,
in front
very
of the
small.
paper.
In front of the paper? Yeah, it's still not totally showing up. So what they are is this is about 2 inches of needle, but there's a bend, a
I
crook
think
in it.
it's about 3 inches.
3 inches?
Yeah.
Oh, you're including where they attach. Yeah.
Want to measure it?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
It's not really important. But it makes it so that you are working the circumference of one sock and there's no extra needle that you need to pull through, and you don't get stopped in the middle of a round because you have to switch to another DPN. That's what I'm saying. They're bent, which means the needles stitches slide along the needles with ease. I really love them, and they're pointy enough that I can just push the needle with my finger and move my work along even faster. I really adore them, and if you haven't tried 9-inch circulars, you got to at some point.
So I'm started and I've got it laid on the table because I always start with it laying on the table so that it doesn't move. Mm-hmm. I'm starting the second sock of the sprocket socks, and this particular pattern has you casting on with a German twisted bind cast on. It's a long tail bind cast on, but it's twisted slightly differently through the loops. So I had to watch a video. And for my second sock, I was like, what did I do? I think I better watch the video again.
It doesn't matter how many times I watch a video teaching me how to do something. I always have to go back and watch it again.
Yeah, like short rows. But anyway, so what I did was I went and then I noticed that I may not have understood the instructions correctly the first time, and I, for the life of me, couldn't tell what the very last step was to the making the stitch. So I went to a whole new video.
Always better.
And discovered that there's actually an easier way to do it. And Jasmine's going to put the link below afterwards. And the other thing that this video showed, which I am even more excited about, is how to do the where you join it in the round so that you don't know you've joined it in the round, because look, this is where
it's seamless, right?
It's seamless, and it even has the bump in the right direction for the stitches, so you cannot tell. There is no, you know how you usually have that kind of stretched out loop between there, that's not there.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, you don't have to.
So it was called the German cast on.
I'm sorry.
Okay, that's all right. She's terrible with names, but I will have it in the show notes, and I think you should give it a go because it looks fantastic.
Yeah, on hats, on sweaters, on everything. This is the way I'm going to join in the round from now on, and it's like you have one extra stitch, and instead of knitting the first two together, you treat it like an SSK, and you take your last stitch from the cast on side, slip it to the first stitch, and you pull the stitch over rather than knit the two together. And then you do kind of like a wrap and turn with the tail, and that's how it joins better.
This is sounding more and more complicated.
And no, it's super simple. It's actually super simple.
Okay, well, we'll take your word for it.
So I'm excited.
We also have on the table, you may have noticed, some of our bags because we have a shop update coming this Sunday. And along with our new sheep bags, if you can see, they have little sheep on them, and patchwork, all naturally designed.
Watch.
Yep.
Here, show this one.
Yeah, I love the back.
Some of them are kind of a patchworky idea because if you don't want to show your sheep, you can show your patches.
Right. So they are eco-printed or botanically dyed with ingredients from the garden and things we foraged. They're beautiful, and they'll be on the website. I do believe there's something like half a dozen or more of them going to be making an appearance this Sunday.
How many are there.
As well, because it is the summer of socks, we're going to have a new sock set of the month, which I'm super excited about.
Yeah, look at that. Isn't that so friendly
it's
looking?
It's like
Sunshine.
Sunshine. The one is our Sunshine Trail color. And
Sunshine. Yes.
Sunrise Trail.
Sunrise Trail.
Yeah, which is along the North Shore here. And what was I going to say? Oh, it's just so warm. It's like pink lemonade, the color combination almost.
It is.
And it is the perfect color if you're doing the summer of socks with us to do almost an exact replica of their frill lace socks. The ones with the frills, I think they're knit toe up, but I haven't looked at the pattern myself. But anyway, it's a match.
And then the other pair is a fade, which is also the frilly one.
Yeah.
So you could actually use the two in one sock.
You could.
And have it look like a sunrise or a sunset.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It would be really cool. So I'm very excited about this, the new sock set of the month. It is it is on sale as compared to just buying the 50 grams skeins separately, so it's always a good deal. And it's a really happy color this month.
Yeah. I think that the other thing that we really want to mention is that yes, we're using our Advent minis to knit the socks. But for some of the socks, if you want to hold on to some of your minis for the next knit along, then we do have both 50 and 100 gram skeins of the same yarn that your minis are in to substitute or add to what you have in minis. The sprocket socks, for example, if you got a 50 gram skein of sock yarn, and use 2 minis and a 50 gram and just had 3 colors switched up, then you could make a pair that way.
Right.
Or if you don't have 4 minis or 5 minis that you like left that go together nicely, get a 50 gram skein and of a color you love, and you'll be able to knit that many more socks.
Or if you're like me and you love to match your different articles of clothing, then the 50 gram sock yarn is perfect because it matches to a color in 100 grams, so you can make a matching shawl.
Yeah, or a t-shirt, right?
Right, yeah.
You can knit anything with the yarn. The other thing is if you're running low on minis, we do have some sock sets left. You want to pull that one out?
Yeah, the sock sets are so fun.
And so it's a 100 gram skein of our Eco sock and a 25 gram skein of a 25 gram mini, just like the ones in the Advent calendar.
Right. I love this color. It's called Unicorn. It can also be found.
There's only 2 left, I think.
Yep. It can be found on our website under Echo, our sock yarn. Our sock base, I should say.
Right. And if you really, or you made the mistake and you didn't get an Advent calendar, there are still some mini skein sets.
Yep. I love that
They
one.
come with 4
looks like a
25 gram
sunrise.
skeins that coordinate. If you want something that's
These colors are very similar to what someone just posted in our Year of Adventurous knitting group.
Yes.
The faded fondant socks she did.
Yes.
So if you want to know how they knit up, go take a look in the Year of Adventurous Knitting Facebook group to see these socks as a fade.
Right. And if you like things that are more contrasting, you'll have to get 2 mini sets.
Yeah, get crazy with it.
Or a 50 gram in a mini.
Okay, and I know that I recommended using a 9-inch circular, but if you're going to do that, there's a very good chance that your your stitches will slip off the needles, in which case you need good
Oh, yes.
stitch stoppers. Oh my god, my words. Stitch stoppers are fantastic because they don't just sit on the tips of your needles like needle point protectors,
They
which have
slide
the
right on.
option of popping off at the most inopportune time. These, they're foam based and they slip right onto the needle and as far up the needle as you wish to hold your work in place.
Well, and part of the problem with tip protectors is that when you're using them on different size needles, you're actually stretching them out, and then on the smaller needles, they don't stay anymore. Whereas these come in, 6 different
There's
sizes?
6 different sizes and 4 of each so that you can have multiple projects on the go.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fun too. Okay, I think that pretty much covers today.
Yeah, and thank you for everybody for sharing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we still haven't got a prize together, but it's going to
We have till Labor Day.
it's going to include yarn.
Oh yeah, maybe a sheep bag. Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's
We'll
real
have to
special.
see.
Maybe a 9-inch circular. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, we'll keep you guessing till the end.
Yeah.
So stay tuned and check in next week for updates.
In the meantime, be natural.
Be you. Bye.
Bye.